The Prime Minister has concluded his answer. I call the honourable member for Braddon.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My question is to the Minister for the Environment. I refer the Minister to the independent.
The member for Braddon has the call.
That's right. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I refer to the independent Tasmanian economic regulator's price determination released last week that shows electricity bills will be 7.8% lower in 2014-15 without the carbon tax. Will the Minister inform the House how scrapping the carbon tax will lower bills for Tasmanians and who is standing in the way?
I call the honourable member for Minister for the Environment.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. And I particularly want to note that the member for Braddon campaigned at the last election on the basis of lowering the cost of living. And as a consequence of that, he secured one of the largest swings in Australia. Now, he campaigned on the basis of cost of living. So far, we've heard a series of questions from our friends on the opposition benches today about cost of living. Well, if you would like to do something about cost of living, bills were introduced today which would deliver a $550 a year reduction in the cost of living. Right now, an immediate reduction in the cost of living. And on that front,
the member for Kingston, I remind there is a general warning in place that she was to
ruthlessly pursue anybody who fails to pass on the electricity and gas price reductions. But regulators are already making decisions. And I want to take the release of the Tasmanian Economic Regulator from the 19th of June. And the Tasmanian Economic Regulator came to a very interesting conclusion. The regulator authorised a reduction of 7.8% in the bills faced by Tasmanians today for their electricity. This isn't a failure to increase. This is an actual reduction of 7.8%. That's what Tasmanian families will receive if they have the carbon tax bills passed. The regulator went on to say that this is, and I quote, as a result of the energy market's expectation that the carbon price will be removed with retrospective effect from the 1st of July 2014. But it's not just in Tasmania. In Queensland, the regulator has set down lower prices. In New South Wales, the gas regulator has set down lower prices. In the ACT, it's an 11.6% reduction compared with what would otherwise have been the case. And then when we look at the private sector, what we see is this. Over recent days, we have had Origin, Alinta and Energy Australia all say that electricity prices would be lower and the full cost of the carbon tax would be passed through. Only an hour ago, we saw AGL put out a release saying they will pass through the full cost of the carbon tax once the bills are passed. In other words, the question then is, who is standing in the way of lower electricity bills for Australian families? Each and every one of those members on the opposite side, not the crossbenchers. It is the Leader of the Opposition, it is the members of the Labor Party who profess to care about cost of living and then they vote for higher electricity prices. If you want to do something, get out of the way and support